What is up, YouTube? This is DBZ439 coming at you with another deck profile, and this time it's Kaiju Cyber Dragons. Last time I posted this deck profile, it was Dragoon Cyber Dragons, which is primarily a going first build, but now I retooled the deck to where it can go blind second. It really doesn't go first, and to be honest, I like this deck better this way because I feel like it's more tailored to what Cyber Dragon's supposed to do, which is go second, break boards, go for OTKs. Dragoons kind of muddies the identity of Cyber Dragons. Like, it's not really supposed to go first. Like, sure, it can set up Infinity, but it doesn't really make multiple negates. But yeah, I personally like this build better, not because it's maybe gets more wins or less wins than Dragoons build, because you could argue the Dragoons build is actually better. But I just like this build better because personally, like, it does what Cyber Dragons was designed to do, if that makes sense. But without any further ado, let's start with the deck profile, starting off with the main deck. So, again, this is a blind second deck, and I play triple Cyber Dragon because it's a good free special body on the board. So if you open it, it's nice. And obviously, you run multiples for the machine dupe target, so that's why you max out on this card. Obviously, it also extends rank 5 plays. Next, best normal summon in the deck, triple Cyber Dragon Core. Searches any of your cyber spell or traps, mainly Repair Plant, or sometimes you can get Emergency if you need to get like a Herz or something. But mainly you want to use this to grab your Galaxy Soldier and then go into your rank 5 plays. So yeah, best normal summon in the deck, and obviously you run triple Emergency, so you run 6 copies of it. Next Cyber Dragon card we run is triple Herz. Just really good for recurring advantage. You pitch it off a Galaxy Soldier or you dump it with Rampage. You just get a free card in hand, which is really good. It's always nice to have free advantage. Also level 1, so it goes to Anima, and you do play Kaiju. So if you go Anima, you stick a Kaiju underneath Anima's zone, and then you just steal it. So that's really cool. Next up, double Nachster. I cut it down from 3 to 2. I see that's what a lot of other builds do, and this is a blind second deck, so I just want to maximize on cards that help me go second. So that's why I cut it down from 2 to 3, from 3 to 2, I should say. The last Cyber Dragon monster is the Vier. It's nice for an extender if you need an extra body on board for Verte or Seeger, so that's really cool. Also chains blocks your Cyber Dragon core. Last of the light machines of multiples, double Galaxy Soldier again. I was running at 3, cut it down to 2. Again, this is a blind second deck, so you just want to max out on all the going second cards, which I count to 15. So they're not necessarily hand traps, but just cards that help me go second. So yeah, double Soldier. Onto like the hand traps or cards that help me go second. Triple Phantazmay. I think this card's really good this format, just because everyone's like link summoning for Verte Anaconda, or even like Invo Dogmatica, they have to go to Almiraj. So just a lot of decks link summon, and you just want to fix your hand, get extra body on board, and then just put your bricks back in the deck. The only problem with this card is it doesn't beat Dragoon. So if your opponent does Verte and you summon this on Verte, they're going to summon Dragoons, and Dragoon is going to pop this card. And because Dragoons does not target, you cannot you can't use his effect to pitch and save itself. So it's quite unfortunate. So, and if you do that and it's in time, you're going to lose because they pay 2,000 and then they burned you for 24. So that's going to put you less. So just keep that in mind. Cards you want to dig in with Thanos, the other hand trap, triple Ash Blossom, arguably the best hand trap this format, especially with Call by Grave to 1, which is essentially at 0. No one's going to be running at 1. So this card just got a lot better because of the last ban list. The other monsters I run in the deck is the Kaiju package. So the one Jizukiru, the best one, because you could search it off of Repair Plant, and then you can also contact Fuse. So that's really cool. The double Gameciel, and then the one Kumongous to round off our Kaijus. I am running Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, so I got 3 different names, and I only max on this one. Not max, but run more of this one just because Gameciel, because it's the smallest one. So just 4 Kaiju should be enough. And then the last monster is Pankratops, giving us 25 monsters. Again, this card is really good. It's obviously at 1 for a reason, and then you can also see it with Thanos. So This card can work with Thanos because if your opponent sets up like a big board, this can, come in clutch. So that's it for the monsters. Onto the spells. We have triple, essentially Rhoda of the deck. A triple Cyber Emergency. Searches your core, searches your Herz, searches any Cyber Dragon card you need at the time. So that's really good. And if they negate it, you can pitch, activate it again. Really cool. Next, maybe the best spell card in the deck if it resolves. Not a hard once per turn. Machine Duplication. Being able to get a free ring 5 for free is insane. Going into Nova, reviving something, go Verte, go Infinity, go Rampage, steal a card with Infinity, negate with Infinity. That's really cool. Last of the three ofs, like I said, it is a Kaiju Cyber Dragon deck, so I am running triple Interrupted Slumber. The biggest problem with this card are twofold. First, it doesn't kill Dragoon, so that really sucks. And two, it can be ashed, so that's also pretty bad. But I mean, like if it's engraved, you can search a Kaiju, which is essentially my Dragoons at this format. So that's how I play it. But some decks like Dragma or Dogmatica Invoked, like you can bait and then do that and then just clear the board. But Invoked in general is a good matchup for this deck just because Makaba's a machine and you can always contact fuse them. So that's really cool. I just like Slumber. I think Slumber is a really good card. But like I said, the biggest problem that it has is against Dragoon. And at that point, you're just hoping that you get into a Kaiju. And if you can bait out the Dragoons, then all you have to do is run over with Seeger. So it kind of works out in that way. So you just have to be really careful. To round off the spells, the one-ofs, we have the one Mind Control. Again, blind second deck. Really helps you get into Verte Anaconda. One Repair Plant. The card you usually want to search off of core. So you can get your Infinity plays rolling. One Revsystem, essentially searchable Monster Reborn, really good extender. Can establish bodies on board and get you into your Verte Anaconda or your Infinity. And then for the fusion spells, the one Overload, the Cyberload, and the one Overload. This is the card you want to dump off of Verte going second. And this card, I always sided games 2 and 3, man. I if you guys can please help me out in the comments, like why this card is priced the way it is, like I just don't know. Because if you could fuse from grave, I would understand. But it locks you out of attacking with other monsters. Fusing from banished zone, those cards aren't pure Cyber Dragons, so you can't go into Twin or into End, which really sucks. And it's just not that good. The only reason I'd like to play it is like an interruption on your opponent's turn. Like you go into Rampage and then you pop 2 cards. That's the only thing that I can think of. But other than that, I don't really like that card. And then the one Overflow. Again, it's a blind second deck, so you don't want to see this card. But you just have the one of, like, if you can't OTK that turn for some reason, you can just set it for next turn and then OTK the next turn. So, yeah, just the one Overflow. That's it for the main deck. Let's quickly go on to the side deck. The side deck is catered to go first because, if for some reason I don't feel comfortable going second against a certain matchup, I'll go first, and the side deck helps me do that. So, for back row removal, triple Cosmic Cyclone. For stun purposes, Floodgate-ish, triple deck lockdown. Again, side deck is really just a mashup of just cards that I feel can help go first. Nothing in particular. It can be anything you want. All right, another spicy choice I have, deck lockdown. It's like a mistake. Sure, it hurts you, but if you can establish board and then activate this, you can kind of grind it out with your opponent, and then once this unlocks, then you can you just go for the OTK. Next up, just Solemn Brigade stuff. So triple Strike and triple Judgment. And then for the last of the side deck, just triple Crackdown. So again, this helps you go into your Verte Anaconda and just goes for OTK. Again, the side deck is just up to player preference. It's just a bunch of cards I put together to help me go first, essentially. Onto the extra deck. For Link Monsters, one Seeger. Helps beef up your Cyber Dragon monsters, particularly in Rampage, but it can beef up itself to get over Dragoons, which is really cool. Then we have the one Knightmare Phoenix, the one Verte Anaconda for the OTK, the one Anima. This card becomes really good in the Kaiju build, being able to steal Kaijus. One Almiraj for the Cyber Dragon core plays. That's it for the Link monsters. Let's get on to the XZs. You have double Cyber Dragon Nova, which you can rank up into Infinity. I think running the 2 pairs is correct, just because in the grind game the second one comes up a lot. The 1 Pleiades, especially this card, I run it for the Machine Dupe because you can end on 2 rank 5s. Usually, if you resolve Machine Dupe, so that's really cool. That's it for the XZs. Quickly onto the fusions. You're on double Rampage. Rampage at double. The one for the Overload and the other one for like if Nova dies by a card effect or if you have to dump it off of Nadir or Disciples, I should say. So yeah, the 2, and then the other like I guess this is like my Cyberload Fusion target, but you can also summon this if for some reason Nova gets hit by card effect. And then 2 double contact fusion cards is the 1 Chimeratech Fortress for the Jizukiru, or if like you're playing Orcus for example, and then the 1 Megafleet for like decks that like the Link summon a lot, or just like to send on Appaloosa or IP or cards like that. So yeah, that does it for the deck profile, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments, suggestions, opinions on the deck list, please leave it down in the comment section below. I really like to hear your guys' opinion. I like to read all your all's comments, and hopefully, if there's something wrong, I can fix it. If you guys really like this content, please consider liking and subscribing to the video. It really inspires me to create more content for you guys. And with that said, have a nice day.